Hello everyone, this is Daren with Madcaptoys. Welcome to the Toy Barn. I'm going to show you a few things that we've been doing. We've been selling quite a bit of action figures today and over the last 3 weeks actually. So I've had to totally remodulate everything on the left-hand wall, which has also taken and actually made quite a few holes on the right-hand side of the wall. So I'm going to have to remodulate that probably sometime in a week or two. And right now I'm just playing around with it because, well, just time's sake. Fulfilling orders and all has been really time consuming. But anyway, let me show you a few things we've done. Right here you can see that we put up there. These are some of the new items that we've been getting in. Some of them are not. Some of them are items that we've had. For instance, a lot of this here, these items right here, the Batman, the Dark Knight Rises and stuff are refills, because in other words, I bought more of those to put in. So a lot of times people say, well, do you actually sell a lot? Yes, I do. I had people ask me that at my store down in Bedford all the time. I had one state police trooper friend that'd come in there and said, man, it seems like you're always full. Do you move anything out? And it's like, guy, we couldn't be here if we didn't. And I'll just say this, he never bought nothing, of course, but he only wanted big gem products, which honestly, with you, as soon as I get in, they pretty much sell out because they're, you know, usually tore up or in pretty crappy condition when you find them around here in Indiana. You know, for me, that was one of those toys that come in once in a blue moon, and if you got it, especially if it's any good shape, we get more vans than anything, which to me was just a glorified remake of the Barbie van, where they may have took the Barbie van idea from the Big Jim van. I'm not real sure. I'm going to have to do some research on that. But for instance, on the Star Trek you see here, you see how well I've got them packed. I have probably about 200 or 300 more of these. So as soon as I sell several of these out, we just start taking from the group that is not out here right now, and we put them on, refill. We have to relist what we have to, and it's never going to look empty if I can help it anyway. But I wanted to take a real nice thorough view of the toy barn for you guys, you toy collectors. One thing in a toy store, at least as far as I'm concerned, vintage toy store, things come and go in waves, and you never want to sell everything down. I mean, you may want to sell a few things out, but you're not going to want everything to go to where, you know, you have holes in the wall. My mom, for instance, always was saying there for a while till she sort of got what we're doing. She'd say, Darren, why don't you let stuff sell down? Guys, you can't. In a store, you always have to have new merchandise, new product. If you don't show that you're staying involved in your hobby, in your store, then people lose interest and stop coming. That's why in a store most of the time you'll see that they always have, for instance, up front, a lot of places like when I worked at Kmart, KB, Circus World, go visit some people I know that worked at Toys R Us when they offered me special deals there. They put a lot of their new stuff either right in the middle of the aisles towards the front, or in the middle of the aisles to where is the high traffic areas, or they would take guys and they'd put them right up front. Kmart used to take some of the new stuff, especially holiday stuff, and just show it off up towards the front. Now, if you hear a little background noise in the back, don't worry, that's me. I've got a window open, and so you're catching some of the traffic on the highway. We have a pretty busy highway back here, Highway 67. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me comments about any of the toys. I really try to keep the G.I. Joes in here and stocked. It's like this right here, guys. I bought a couple of cases of these. I think I had like 36 of them at one time. I'm down to 4, maybe 5. Same thing with the Corpse. The Corpse used to be very hard to sell, but the Corpse, SWAT, Chat May are almost as popular anymore as G.I. Joes, but I keep G.I. Joes, Chat May, Leonard, the Corpse, all those things. Even when they're selling them out in clearance and will make me a deal, I will oftentimes get stuff from Dollar Tree and Dollar General on their clearance if their managers call me or say, come pick up a bunch of stuff, we'll cut your deal. We'll take and we'll go out there and pick up some of that, because honest with you, now we also did this end here too, guys, so I'm just going to show you through that. We'll go pick some of those up, because a lot of people that aren't financially well-to-do are starting to get into those action figures for their children and grandchildren, as much as a lot of us that were younger at the time were into G.I. Joes. And the reason being, guys, is just to be honest, it's economics. If you look at some of the Chat May or Corpse toys, you can buy whole play sets with 4, 5, 6 action figures, and you might be lucky to get one action figure with the G.I. Joe toy or play set, if you're lucky. Let's go get the dinosaurs here. Another good seller for me is Jurassic Park, and I'm taking over the area that we've had to totally redo, because it was just totally trash because of all the sales we've been doing, and I'll show you the other after I get it fixed. But a lot of the female products, guys, that we have, or girls, are primarily top sellers at Christmas time or holiday time, or they sell for us during special events like birthdays or parties. And you know, that's the time most of the children's stuff and the girl stuff sells a lot of times. We sell more male product. I would say probably what we sell here, proportional wise, is probably about 60 to 70% male year over year, end over end, from January to December 31st. Female is more like 35, and at top usually 40%. Now, we did have a period of time for about a month this year, or a month and a half, where we was selling, I want to say, almost 50-50, and that's been a long time coming. We've had that once in a blue moon, but not very often when that happens. But when it happens, we do take note of it. That tells me that Kathy and the girls did really good as far as ordering the merchandise. They picked real good merchandise, got really good deals, had the pricing right on. Or the fact is, you know, people had a little extra money, and they may have had an uptick in female births this year or something. I don't know, but that's not usually the trend. But I'm glad that we had that, and I hope that we can repeat it again. All right, let me show you a few things that also have been hot. I haven't redone this shelf yet, but we're going to. But it's the Godzilla. We still have quite a few of these Godzilla King of the Monsters, and if you notice here, I do have a couple of Star Wars there items. But we call this the dinosaur shelf. We have over here the Iron Giant